Well, that ride was fun. When I look back where we came from and where the swing vine was anchored, I figure it must have stretched a really long way to get over here. Here's that other tongue leaf again. But now we have access to the lights, so I remember how this works. Alright, so now we have access back over here, in case we want to get back to the Jananan linking book. See, here's that first tunnel we came through. But now that the log bridge is out, we can no longer get to that part of the tree over there, by the squee trap and all that. But I guess we don't really care, since the whole goal is just to get to this side anyway. And the path continues on down into the tree. These lower levels can get rather disorienting, especially if you start pixel hunting every plant you see, so don't do that. Speaking of plants, there are some more palm trees down here, so I guess I was wrong about them. And what is this? Oh no, it's the Grossamary! She's trapped in this butt-ugly plant! What are we gonna do, besides panic and wave our arms in the air? Let's see if an adrenaline rush will help us open the lid. Of course not. Gosh darn it, she should know better than to fly into giant carnivorous plants. But it does look kind of familiar. And you can see the roots go over the edge to a lower level. So maybe there's some other way we can help her. And this part of the path leads outside the trunk of the tree. Ah, the fresh ocean breeze. But the path goes right back inside again. Okay. Oh, I recognize this vine. It's the hollow one that acts like a hose. And it's connected to the... Whoa. We got some professional graffiti here, but it's kind of dark. Well, here's the pod connected to that hose, so let's see if the stingray can help us. Thanks, Mr. Stingray. So let's take a look at this. Well, these two guys are clearly Cirrus and Akinar. If you haven't played the other Myst games, Akinar's the one with the beard. And they're getting all preachy, holding up linking books as they talk to their captivated audience. But not everyone seems to be happy about this. Then there's this guy, standing aloof from everybody. This man must be Savidro, feeling concerned about the first strains in Narayan that eventually tore his city apart. In fact, this whole mural must have been painted by Savidro as one of the pictures for Atris to see along his journey. Let's try to get it all in one shot here. Okay, let's move on now. Up there you can see the fly trap the bird is swimming in, and its roots wind their way down here over the edge. And here you can see the stingray vine converges with them, so let's find out where they go. Now the path splits here, but that one goes way over there, so let's try this one. Looks like they lead to some kind of basin. Now, get out of the way! Alright, from here you can see it's another one of those bulb plants. And the roots have nestled inside. But the vine leads to another pod, so let's drag the stingray down here first. Now here you can see the stingray's vine still continues on downward. However, I think this is right where we want him. Let me explain. There's the fly trap we're trying to open. Its roots wiggle on down here to this level, right into that bowl. But this isn't the first time we've seen one of these fly traps. We saw a smaller one back on Jananin in Savidro's laboratory. We found that it opened when we applied electricity to the roots. So our goal here will be to try to reproduce that. Well, we have our electricity here in the stingray, and we know he likes to feed off these roots. The tricky part's going to be figuring out how to pop that pod to get him there. Oh, this isn't a path, it's just a branch. Here we go. And it splits again. Ooh, technology. There's gotta be a way to turn this thing on. Yeah, here it is.
What's the matter, Agers? Can't remember how things work? Yet you explained this class so well when we first spoke of it in Orion. I want Cirrus and Achenar to learn everything they can, Savidro. First from Amateria, Idana, Voltaic, and finally from Narayan. When my boys come to see your people, I want them to see Narayan's traditions at work so they can see how civilization can balance age. Do you know what they did when they finally came to us? You never came back. After class was over, you took your boys away, and you never came back. Cirrus and Achenar did.
So instead of reminding Atris of past events, Savidro ends up inadvertently filling us in instead. For instance, now we know the other two lesson ages are Amateria and Voltaic. But there's something else he said that you may have already figured out, though it wasn't explicitly stated until now. And that's that Narayan is the fourth lesson age, which would make sense on several levels. I'll get to that later, but for now let's just continue down the path. Oh, it's another tongue leaf. These things are easy, just gotta find the light switch. Where is it? Oh, come on. Guess we're left to pushing it open. We already know how well that's gonna work. Oh well, that's a dead end. You know, if this thing's already getting electricity, why don't we just harness that to open the fly trap? Seems like that'd be easier. So now we're back up here by the painting, which has of course gotten dark again. And this is also where that fork in the road was, so let's go the other way this time.